Hi all, today's lab we will be discussing the fourth program, that is Minimax program. The program question is: write a program to implement Minimax search for two-player games. So in this program, what we will do is we are using the Minimax algorithm. This Minimax is a kind of backtracking algorithm that is used in decision making and game theory to find the optimal move for a player, assuming that your opponent also plays optimally. So here in this Minimax, two players are called, one is the maximizer and the other one is the minimizer. So always a maximizer will try to get the highest score possible, while the minimizer always tries to do the opposite and get the lowest score possible. So for this Minimax, we have to write a program. In order to write the program, we will consider this example directly in the program and then we will write the program. So in this example, you can see the graph here with the four levels 0, 1, 2 and 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Three levels are there, the depth of the tree. Now each node initially you are marking it as -1, -1, -1, and then at the leaves you have the values 3, 5, 4, 7, 2, 6, 8 and 4. So we will be start from the last leaf nodes. From the leaf nodes, for each pair, we will find the max. That is for initially, if I say 3 and 5, the maximum of 3 and 5 is 5, which will be stored onto the node 4. And 4 and 7, if I consider, this will have the maximum is 7. So 7 will be stored to node 5. And then 6 and 2, if I consider, here the maximum is 6. So 6 will be stored to node 6. And then 8 and 4, out of 8 and 4, the maximum is 8. So 8 will be stored onto node 7. After this, what happens is, in the next level, what you are doing, you are finding the minimum of the nodes, that is node 4 and 5. The minimum is 5, so 5 will be stored onto the root of 5 and 7, that is node 2. Same way, node 6 and 7 has the values 6 and 8, and the minimum of 6 and 8 is 6, so it will be stored on to node 3. Again, in the level 1, out of 6 and 5, the maximum is 6, so 6 will be stored on to the root node. So this is the output you should get, the all the nodes. In the root node you will get 6. So we'll look into the program now. Here the first line of program, that is import math. Math is nothing but it is a Python library. Since we are using in the program, that is the first, second, third, fourth line, if you see, you can see that you are using math.log 2 of n, that is you are finding the log using the math library. Again, if you come to the next lines of code, in the range of function you are using math, again math dot POW, power of the 2 to the power 11. So we are using this math library. So in the spider, this is the program which I have copied into the spider. This is a program for Minimax, and if you run the program, you will get the output here. You can see the output showing initially it shows 8, and then updating node 4 with 5, 4 with 5, and then the 10 updating node 5 with 7, and so on. This is the output you have to get. Now back to the program, we will see line by line. Now here what you are doing, after importing the math module, initially you are importing the math library, and then you are creating a list with all the node values. That is, Minimax is equal to, the list name is Minimax. Minimax is equal to, you are in this list you are storing all the elements are nothing but the node values. You can see the initial graph here. See the node values. Node 1 has value. Initially you are assigning node 1 value as -1, node 2 value as -1, node 3 value is -1, node 4 value is -1, node 5 value is -1, node 6 value is -1, node 7 value is -1, and then you have the rest of the nodes, that is 3 value 3, 5, 4, 7, 2, 6, 8, 4. So all these node values, leaf and node values, you are going to store it in the list initially. So next what you are doing is n equal to len of minimax. Len is nothing but it is an inbuilt function which will give you the length of that particular list. Minimax is a list. Now, what is the length of this list? Starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, you have 16 elements. So, the length of this minimax is 60. So, the n value will be 60. You can see here in this diagram, I have initialized n equal to len of minimax, that is equal to 60. Next what you are doing is, next line of code we will see level equal to, level value you are finding here, initializing the level value. Level equal to int of math dot log 2 of n minus 1. What is the value of n here? The length of minimax, what is it? 16. So so here what you have is the level value. Level value is nothing but log 16, log 2 of 16. What is the value of log 2 of 16? It is 4. 4 minus 1. See to this second line here. 4 minus 1. It is nothing but 3. So the value which will be stored into level is 3 here. And then next you are initializing max underscore fl equal to true. You are initializing a flag and making it as true. Next you have a for loop here. Next is a for loop. I will see to this here. See here, import math minimax, that is the list you have initialized, then the n value you have found, and then next you have found the level value. The level value got it as 3. Next you have initialized a flag, that is max underscore fl as true. Next we are entering into a while loop, while level greater than 0. Initially, obviously, the level value is 3. So, it is greater than 0. Now, for I in range of, always the for loop, it starts I in range, anything in range of. Always it starts from 0. So, for the first value, what it will consider is 0 here. In range of, you have some calculation here, that is nothing but, see here, for 0 initially 0 in range of, for example if I consider range of int of math dot power of 2 comma level. 2 comma level means it is nothing but 2 raised to the value of level. Initially the value of level is nothing but 3. So it is 2 raised to 3 comma next int of math dot power of 2 comma level, that is 2 raised to level minus 1. You have minus 1 here, level minus 1. See here, the second parameter is int of math dot power of 2 raised to level plus 1. Level is nothing but 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so 2 raised to 4 is, now what is 2 raised to 4? 2 raised to 4 is 16. 2 raised to 3 is 8 and 2 raised to 4 is 16. And then you have one more parameter, that is comma 2. That means each time for the I value you have to skip 2. That is, first if you consider the initial value 0, next time you are going to consider 2, then 4, then 6, 8 and so on. So in range of, what is the range you are getting here? 8 to 16. Understood? Between 8 to 16. When I say range of 8 to 16, here with the difference 2, you will get the values. What all values will be considered for this for loop is, one is 8, 10, 12 and 14. 16 will not be considered. Until 14 it will consider. Okay, so the first value where the I will be considered is 8. So when I value is 8, print of I equal to 8 initially. In the code, see here, this print of I. For the value 8, it will print the value 8 here. You can see in the output 8 being printed here. Okay, and then now you are checking if max underscore FL. If it is true, it will enter this if loop. Understood? If it is false only, it will move to the else part. So initially, since we have initialized max underscore FL as true, this if loop will work. It will enter this if loop, and here what you are doing is value is equal to maximum of minimax of I comma minimax of I plus 1. That is nothing but, say, maximum of minimax of I value now is I 8. So minimax of 8 comma minimax of I plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. Now we are checking what is the value being stored at the index 8 and 9. In the minimax list, if you see minimax of, down below, below I have written minimax of the index values. I have specified that index values always starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So what is minimax of 8? At 8 initially, minimax of 8, in the list you have the value 3, and minimax of 9, in the index value 9 you have 9, you have the value 5. So out of 3 and 5, it will take the max of max. Max is an inbuilt function which will give you the maximum of the two numbers. So maximum of 3 comma 5. 3 comma 5 is nothing but it is 5, right? So the value changes to 5. 5 will be stored in VAL value. Now next what you are doing is minimax of int of 8 divided by 2 equal to value. This value which you got, the maximum of 3 and 5, that is 5. 5 value will be stored to this minimax of int of 8 divided by 2. I divided by 2. I divided by 2 is nothing but, see here, this line it is. This one. Minimax of int of I divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 is nothing but 4. Int of means it will consider only the integer value. So minimax of 4. What is minimax of 4 here? This is minimax of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this value will be replaced by the value 5 there. After that, you have this print statement, print of updating node int I divided by 2 comma with, that is 4. You are updating with value, that is 5. You can see in the output updating node 4 with 5. It is nothing but in the tree what you are doing is here in the tree this the last level, if you see, you have 3 and 5, and here you are finding the maximum and putting it into the node 4. So node 4 will have the value 5. The see this tree here, you can see that 5 and 3, the maximum is 5, and 5 is stored onto the node 4. So yeah, in the list what happens is minimax off. See, instead of in the fourth index, instead of -1, it is being updated with 5 value. So this is how the program works. So after this what happens? Next it will consider the next value. Next value is nothing but after 8, the next value is 10. Then it will consider 12. Then it will consider 14. So for each time the values out of 7 and 4, it will take the maximum. 2, 6 and 2, it will consider the maximum, and 8 and 4, it will take the maximum. Once if one that level is finished, it will go to the higher level than that. So what happens in the code? In the code, the level value will change now. After this, the level value will change. The level value will decrease by 1. That is from initially in the first iteration, the level value was 3. Now the level will change to 2. And here you are taking the not of max flow. That means in the first iteration, max underscore fl was true. Now it will find the not of it. That means not of it is nothing but it will set it to false. So in the next iteration, here inside the while loop, inside the for loop, you have if else, right? So in the next iteration, it will take the else part, that is finding the minimum of 2 values. The next level, the previous level will find the minimum of 2 values. That's how this minimax will work. Now see to the last diagram here with the possible output. The next level, here you are finding the minimum of 5 and 7, that is 5, and you are storing it into the node 2, and then 6 and 8, minimum of 6 and 8 is 6, and you are storing it to 6. Again you will find the maximum in the next level, and so on. So minimum and maximum, alternatively you are finding the minimum and maximum. So this is your program here for the minimax algorithm, and this is your output. Each time you will get this output. So learn this, execute this program, go through the code, learn the program, and write it into your record as well. Write in the record, execute this program. I will upload along with this video in the Google Classroom. I will upload the Word format along with the output. You have to execute this program in Jupyter, either in Jupyter or the Spider IDE. Execute this program and get the output and write in the record. Write the program plus the output in your record. Hope you understood this program. I will upload this PPT as well so that you can get the reference of this graph. According to this graph, the program is written. In the PPT also, I have copied the program code. You can copy the program code from the PPT. Thank you, students.